What's going on, everybody? Mike Newfound Past here with What Sold video. I'm doing this live. I can't remember if I've done this before, but anyway, we got 20 items pulled up that sold on our main eBay account, and we're just going to go through them, and I will join the chat as soon as we're done with this. I guess I could pull it up on my phone because, I'm a dork. I didn't even think of that. So let me pull up the YouTube app here on my phone and see if I can kind of split my attention here. Yeah, and go with that. So yeah, let me see here. Your channel. First up here we have the barrel turquoise lead holder. Drafting lead holder. It's like a pencil. It just holds lead. They call it, they try to be fancy because it's a drafting pencil. I found this in one of those bags, the job lot bags. It's really cheap, couple bucks and stuff. Let me see if I can mute this. I can tell it's delayed because I just heard myself on my phone here. Okay, so yeah, it picked this up for just probably under $1 after everything's said and done, and this is sold for $24.99 free shipping. So first class shipping, pretty easy. And next up we have a mug. You can tell I had this one for a while from the picture, but still a $25 mug all day long. 50 cents into it. This one was really cool. I thought. How do you say that? The Aegis. It's kind of a space type agency, I think. SM3 cobalt mug, navy. Really, really cool. Made in USA with the eagle head. It's just this kind of unusual stuff that catches my eye when I look into the mug aisle. Yeah, really, really neat. Yeah, what can you say? 50 cents, $24.99. Next up, a pair of Levi's. Didn't have high hopes for these. I had a whole stack of used Levi's that I had bought a couple of years ago probably, and they got buried in my garage in my old place. When I moved here, I found a whole bin of them. I was like, you know what? I have them. May as well list them. So I started mowing through the whole stack of used Levi's that I paid under $5 each for, and listed this pair up, and it sold instantly, $24.99. So that's the magic number kind of with used Levi's is, that $15 to $25 mark if you're charging shipping or doing free shipping. So yeah, but they do sell, make sure they're in decent condition. This one did have a little wear on the cuff where somebody had, they were too long for someone that walked on them. But yeah, still 501s, button fly. Really, really nice pair. So yeah, they sold. Next up, a piece of Halloween in, I forget how far back this is, February or March sometime probably. Yeah, Halloween. This vintage jack-o'-lantern blow mold. It did have, a lot of times you find these and it doesn't have the, hey, Michelle, I see I do have the chat on my phone. I can see you. What's up, Michelle? Yeah, I pick these up when I find them. A lot of times they won't have the cord or the little, the socket for the light bulb or anything like that. And they still sell that way too, but this one had everything. It was complete. I put a new bulb in it. Worked just fine. Had it up for $25, and that's what it sold for. So pretty neat little thing there. This Villeroy and Bosch Alba porcelain teapot. This was really, really nice. This is something my wife found and picked up. Paid just a few dollars for it. It's a kind of a modern, what you want, maybe mid-century modern, but who knows? That's just a, it's both an era and a design. So, because you can find mid-century modern stuff that was made in the 70s and 80s, but yeah. But this was a really nice teapot. There's the mark on the bottom. Listed as used, but this was like new, but it didn't have any firm stickers or anything left on it. So yeah. I picked this up for just a couple bucks, $38.76. So yeah, really nice on that one. Another one of the Mickey Mouse Sherwin-Williams wall border. I'm down to one of these. I had 10, I guess 11 of them total. 10 sold. The last one available. And these have just been such a good money maker. I paid like just a few dollars for a bag of these things at the thrift store, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, pretty much 25 bucks a piece. 25.32 on these. These goes first class shipping, easy peasy. I've had a couple people buy 2 of them. Yeah, and yeah, I got 1 more to go, and I wished I had 100 more of them. Good morning, Money from Mars. I see you. I have you pulled up on my phone here while I'm live on the desktop, the old iMac. Next up, we have, this is I think this is the beginning of the run on puzzles. When this one sold, the Curse of the Feline. And you know what, the other thing too, when I pulled this up, I was like, it seems like I had this in a video before. I think I got out of order, but I went back the past 5 or 6 what sold videos and looked, and I couldn't find it. I kind of scrolled through them real fast. But so if this is a repeat, I'm sorry, but I couldn't find it. But it doesn't hurt. So maybe some new people will see it, but I think this was the beginning of the run on puzzles. The Curse of the Feline Pharaoh puzzle is brand new. You know, paid my normal couple bucks for this, $24.99, free shipping. And another puzzle, the CocaCola 1,000 piece Santa Claus puzzle. Again, just a couple bucks, 1,000 piece. That seems like the sweet spot. You know, you get that 1,000 to 1,500 piece. There's even some more pieces, but seems like the sweet spot people really like is the 1,000 to 1,500 piece, $24.99. Yep, and there it goes. Another swimsuit. We had this miracle suit. This is a size 14. These have been kind of slow. I have a few more of these. The ones that sold really fast were the ones with cherries on them and the kind of a ship wheel design on them. But these are kind of a floral pattern. These have kind of been a slow seller, but they're still selling. $37.77. Free first class shipping. Pure Radiance by Yankee Candle, a reed diffuser, brand new in the box. Just paid a couple bucks for it. The box did have a little ding on it, like normal thrift store stuff does, but brand new in the box. Sold for $24.99. Next up, we have a platter. This artist signed hand-thrown swirl pattern, robin egg speckle platter, 13 3/8 inches. Like all those keywords there. This was signed, but I could not for the life of me. Hey, what's up, Andy? I see you there. I have you pulled up on my phone. I see you in the chat. I know it's delayed, but what's up, brother? This was signed, but I could not for the life of me figure out the signature. My wife and I looked at this 3 ways to Sunday and could not make out the signature. We're usually pretty good at it, but the pattern on this was just made it hard to decipher the signature. See that? And that's where the signature is, and you can see where they underlined kind of their signature, but could not make it out. But we figured for a couple bucks it was still worth picking up, and it did sell for $24.99. And next up, this thing was awesome. It sold instantly. I had these, and I didn't list them. I actually had 2 of them. I had this 16-inch one, and I had another bigger one, and the bigger one actually just sold the other day. That day that I didn't do a live stream, packing stream, where I only had like 3 or 4 items that I packed up. But listed this one, the 16-inch Manhattan Toy Company Platypus. And this is definitely not new. It was used. I actually had a couple of small flaws that I highlighted, that kind of a discoloration on its little flipper there. But I picked these up for just a couple bucks each. And this one sold instantly. Listed this. There wasn't any really comp, so I listed what I thought was pretty high, $49.99, and bam, it was gone. So that was nice. So yeah, make sure you, when I go to the thrift store, I don't rummage through the stuffed animal aisle, but I'll definitely walk through there and look. And when I did that with these caught my eye instantly because they were larger, just unusual. Platypus. I think a platypus is cool. So yeah. Next up, keyboard, Hewlett Packard SK2501 keyboard, brand new with no box. It still had the plastic over it and everything. I love vintage keyboards because people buy them. You know, I can usually pick them up for a couple bucks, and it may take a while to sell them, but they do always sell. Every time I've bought one, it sold $30.88 out the door. Another puzzle. These were really high-end puzzle. These Lands End Optimago wooden jigsaw puzzle, old iron sides. These are in a cloth bag made in England. And yeah, these are really, really cool. I had 2 of them, and this was the first one that sold in the puzzle run, and the other one's already sold as well, which you'll see in a future what sold video. This one was in its box with everything. Yeah, really high-end puzzle. I got these actually at an auction and a lot of things, so I had next to nothing into these. I mean, literally, if I had to guess, I'd say $1 into these. $51.33, high-end puzzle. Yeah, what can you say? If you're positioned well in the puzzle market, you should be making out well this past month or 2. A piece of cast iron, this Tokaido cast iron cauldron pot with lid. This is made in Japan. This is definitely a Japanese pot. This was a really neat pot. It had the date on the handle. Somebody had handwritten the date on the handle. This was in pretty rough condition, but these cast iron pots can be reseasoned. I didn't do it. I didn't have the time or desire to reseason the pot. Let's see, it's marked there on the bottom, and down here, the handle, somebody right there, Bob Goulash, 1966. That was pretty cool, I thought. Because that handle is removable, so you don't burn the handle. You know, you can put it on the fire wherever you're cooking on, and you can take the handle out and put it back in when it's done or whatever. Really nice pot. We just paid like $7.50 for it, and I had it listed for $72.63. Took a best offer of $60 for the cast iron pot. Next up, Texas Instruments TiNspire CAS graphing calculator. These are some of the least desirable graphing calculators, but I picked this one up for just a couple bucks, and it took forever to sell, but it did sell for $28.23. Real good condition. You know, put batteries in it, tested it, worked just fine. What can you say? It's just not a highly desirable one, but it did sell. Made a little bit of money on it. Zhi LAN Tshirt. This is another one I thought I had in a video before, but I'm like, I cannot remember. I couldn't find it. So, but anyway, it's a brand new Nike, like Chinese T-shirt, $24.99, free shipping, free first class shipping. Yeah, just had a couple bucks in it. Had this thing forever though, so I'd probably pass next time. I don't know, but it is new though. I am a sucker for new attack clothes, so I usually give them the benefit of the doubt, even if I have to have them for a while. Oh, this was really cool. I got this at a charity thrift. I remember exactly when I got this one. This was like at a church charity thrift. I got it for like $1. I thought it was really cool. It was a Nikon felt cap, made in Japan, black and yellow. Yeah, it's almost like a little beanie cap hat thing, but yeah, just $1, $25.69, free shipping. I'd hoped this one would bring in the 30s, but I kept on lowering the price, and it finally did sell. Check that out. Especially designed for Nikon, overseas, made in Japan. Really, really neat little cap there. Seemed like it had been only worn a couple of times, you know, listed as used, of course, but a really neat hat. And next up, another swimsuit. There, I was talking about ship wheels earlier. This is a ship wheels version, light blue ship wheels, brand new with the tags. This one sold for $47.96. And last item before I go over to the chat, a set of two AT&T 2-line office phones. This is the ML17929. Pick up phones all the time at thrift stores, whether it be cordless phones, corded phones, business phones, and they always sell. You know, I don't pay much for them. These, I can't remember exactly. I did pay per piece on these, but I bought both of them at the same time. I think $5 a piece for them, so $10 all in. So these weren't huge moneymaker by any means, but a little bit of a moneymaker. That's all we can ask for is profit. What's up, Dan, NH guy? What's going on, brother? That's it. That's all the 20 items. So I'm going to pull this window down and pop over, change my, there we go. So what's up, everyone? I've needed to do a what sold video, so that's what I did today. Good thing too, because usually I do the pack and ship. And yesterday, I saw one thing. Yesterday it was horrible. I didn't sell anything yesterday. One thing. Actually, and it was a puzzle too. I sold one thing yesterday and it was a puzzle. I literally have like 2 puzzles left. But yeah, I listed like normal yesterday. Yeah, I listed some more of those genealogy books. But yeah, what can you do? You just keep on listing and it'll come back eventually. It's actually been really steady the past couple weeks, the sales and stuff. So I don't know if you guys have experienced that. But yeah, it's been pretty steady. I mean, maybe people have already burned through their stimulus checks. I have no idea. But it kind of tanked yesterday. But it's just one of those days. You have those days, you don't have those days. So yeah, what can you do? If you don't follow me on Instagram, I have been posting some pictures. I know Andy has been liking my cooking pictures. If you want to see some of my cooking creations, go over there on Instagram. And when I cooked dinner, I was like, I'll take a picture of this. I've been cooking some pretty good stuff. I don't know what I'm going to cook tonight. We just had and Andy says all his puzzles are out the door as well. So you're like, dang, wish I had more of those. But yeah, my wife and I just ate our breakfast at about 11 o'clock before I came on here. And I made a really good like scrambled egg scramble with bell peppers and onions and sausage and cheese. And man, it was so good. We put sour cream and salsa and jalapenos on it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm quickly learning, even though it's not my like life's desire to be a chef, a cook, I'm pretty good at it. But yeah, I've posted some stuffed bell peppers I made. Last night I had pizza, garlic naan bread pizza, pepperoni pizza with pepper jack cheese. It was so good. Andy said, stimulus check. What's that? Still haven't gotten ours. You know, what's funny is they did, well, it's just the fact of the matter. It's the truth. You know, they didn't have our bank account information because we pay taxes every year, because that's just the way it is for us. This year we paid out the, you know what, but there's a portal and on the IRS, and yeah, if you just search IRS, like stimulus check or whatever, you can actually check the status of your stimulus check. I know if they're actually sending you a physical check, like ours is going to be here on the 27th, or going to be mailed out on the 27th or something. But yeah, it doesn't really, yeah, it'll be nice, but whatever. You know, it's one of those things like, yeah, it is what it is. So maybe another batch of them's going to roll out. So, but yeah, I've been doing the cooking, just photos on Instagram. So go Newfound Past Instagram. You know, I'll try to remember to edit this video in the description. I'll put a copy to that. But oh yeah, and I did the stuffed bell peppers, the pizza, and what was the night before that? Oh, we did breakfast tacos for dinner. Breakfast tacos for dinner one night. Tonight, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What are you guys' favorites items? I love, one of these days I'm gonna cook ramen for everyone. That may be my first video I do cooking. I may post a video of me cooking dinner, you know, and because I love ramen. I absolutely love ramen, but it is very intensive to make it properly. But yeah, but I may cook ramen. We need a couple more ingredients we're out of, but I have a order in at Walmart to be picked up on Sunday. Yeah, that's another thing in our area. Like, you know, Walmart has the grocery pickup, which is fantastic. Highly recommend it. But the soonest pickup slot they had for us in our area was Sunday. So, but a couple days away. So that's not too bad. We went ahead and placed an order, and we'll go by there Sunday to pick up those ingredients. So maybe I'll do a ramen video next week. What's up, Craig? How's it going down in Alabama, avoiding all those tornadoes and storms and everything? I don't know what I'm going to cook tonight. One of my favorite meals ever is I have a lot of favorite meals. I'm a fat guy. I love food. I do chicken thighs in the Instapot. It's like a spicy honey glazed chicken thighs in the Instapot, and it is fantastic. I love that meal. Love it a lot. So maybe I'll do that tonight. I think I have one more pack of chicken thighs that I can thaw out throughout the day and maybe cook those. I don't know. I asked my wife too. It depends on what she wants. Trying to think what else we have. The pickings are getting slim. The proverbial pickings out of the pantry are pretty slim. I do have some chicken strips in the freezer too. Another good thing that I like to do is it's pretty simple too, is fish and chips. You know, so I don't have any chips though, that's for sure. Potatoes. I don't have any potatoes, but you know, fish with something. My wife and I like to eat fish and chips every once in a while. A good fish like a cod. We definitely like cod with some malt vinegar, maybe some lemon. My wife likes tartar sauce. I'm not big on tartar sauce, but yeah. So yeah, let me know what you think. What are you guys' favorite meals? What do you guys been cooking at home? I know Andy cooks a lot of good stuff on the smoker and the grill and stuff. I salivate on some of your pictures too. Craig says spicy honey sounds good. Would be curious what you use. Absolutely. Says, yeah, I may do a video on that. Yeah. Every time I'm doing cooking at night, I'm like, I should just video this, because people love, you know, food. They love to see people cooking and what they're cooking. And I do too. I watch all kinds of food videos. What's up, old school picker? Thank you for coming in. If you're just now joining the live, remember to go back and watch, because I've already mowed through the 20 what sold items, and that was definitely interesting. Oh yeah, malt vinegar is a must with fish and chips for me. Absolutely a must. What's up, Philly Picker? What's up, brother? Good morning, couple of pickers. Everybody's scrolling in here. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. We're talking about, we've already went through our 20 what sold items, so remember to go back and watch those. But I'm talking about food I make and what's your favorite foods. I want to know what people's favorite foods are, because I'm always looking for new ideas. You know, you get stuck in a rut. Like, you know, there's just two of us, so we know what we like, and we just keep on cooking. And yeah, what can you do? Cook the same things. Like I cook Mexican food all the time. Quesadillas, I cook that quite frequently because it's easy. Let me jot down some names here. Old school picker. Wendy. Chris. I don't know who's going to do. But yeah, what's up, everybody? So yeah, I really want to know some people's, what's your favorite foods. You know, like I said, I know Andy's a food connoisseur. So yeah, what's your favorite stuff to cook for dinner? One thing I do avoid that I love is sugar. I don't do sugar. Just that's what keeps my weight where it is. I'm still a fat guy, but if I don't do sugar, at least I'm not a super fat guy. But yeah, real foods. Another thing I cook quite frequently, especially during the winter, is I know a lot of people cook chili, and I do too every once in a while, but I cook taco soup. Taco soup is fantastic. I love taco soup. We use ground turkey, and, you know, I make my own black beans from dried beans, and yeah, some chili peppers and good stuff. Corn. Yeah. A couple of pickers said, same here. We were we were having the same conversation yesterday about food. Yeah, people were cooped up. We're looking for ideas, you know. So Rob made a chicken stir fry last night, no rice, and it was great. Yeah, I do have some stir fry vegetables. What was always challenging with me was finding a good sauce that works with chicken stir fry, you know, because most sauces are just cram packed full of sugar. So, you know, and I try to avoid sugar, but sometimes you can't get away with, you just can't get away from it with sauces because that's some of the main stuff. Like I was talking about my spicy honey chicken thighs. It has honey in it, you know, but at least honey's natural, you know. So it's a little bit, you may hangry. I get hangry, but I've already eaten luckily, so I'm not hangry. Andy says he loves taco soup too, or lasagna. I've never tried lasagna soup. I may have to look that up, Andy. So that's a new one on me. So that's what I'm looking for. Something new. Lasagna soup. That's interesting. I love soups and stuff. Like I said, we do chili and taco soup all the time. And every once in a while I'll do like kind of a chicken tort soup, but I really don't care for chicken tortilla soup. Michelle says they've been ordering Sunbasket meal prep service. Kind of pricey, but restaurant quality. That's awesome. I've never heard of it, but I imagine it's pretty good. The blackberry thistle tea. Did y'all see that Chad and Kim are back? Yeah, I don't know. Couple pickers. Rob's diabetic, so he makes his own sauce on everything he makes. So that's awesome. That's what I'm looking for too. Is like, I guess I pretty much need to look up diabetic recipes. I'm not diabetic, but I just avoid sugar because, yeah, fat. Philly picker beef and broccoli is their go-to. No, that's not weird at all. I love beef and broccoli. That was one of my favorite meals at a Chinese restaurant. Beef and broccoli. I love Chinese food, but making Chinese food from scratch is challenging. But beef and broccoli is pretty simple. I may have some beef in the freezer. I know I have a roast in the freezer. That's another thing we make, I don't know, probably once every 2 months because it's kind of a calorie-dense meal. It's just a pot roast, you know, with potatoes and carrots. Put your seasoning in there, your thyme, your rosemary, your bay leaves, salt and pepper. It's pretty basic. Your onion, you know, good stuff. Pretty basic, but man, a good pot roast is just, it's good and filling. What can you ask for, you know? You know, those cuts of beef are not cheap, but man, it lasts for a couple of days eating leftovers too. Or you can take the leftover pot roast and, you know, make maybe some barbecue sandwiches out of it or other stuff. So yeah, pot roast is a good one as well. A good basic stick to your ribs, stick to the fat on my ribs. That's another thing I love too, and I haven't made it in a long time is ribs. Pork spare ribs. I love pork spare ribs. So yeah, let me see. And yeah, like I said, I was talking about Mexican food. I make, Chipotle has their bowls, and that my wife loves a veggie bowl at Chipotle, and I'll make just a bowl, a Mexican bowl, you know, have some chicken, you know. She's not vegetarian, but that's just what she likes at Chipotle. When I make them here, you know, I do a chicken bowl with black beans and cilantro lime rice and yeah, all the other good stuff. There's a guacamole salsa that I get at Costco. I can't remember the name brand, but it's so good. It's spicy and tangy. You know, that's what's funny is I'm not a real big fan of just like chunked avocado or guacamole itself really, but that guacamole salsa from Costco is so good. It's spicy and delicious. Oh, that's a good one. Blackberry thistle tea said soup beans. Yeah, absolutely. I grew up on that kind of stuff, and I'll make that every once in a while. Oh, I got one I want to tell you about. I'm not going to forget. Something my mom made growing up that I make every once in a while. But yeah, just like either a white bean or a great northern bean with maybe some ham in it or a ham hock. And yeah, I make that every once in a while too. That's a good one that stick to your ribs and good stuff. Good stuff. One thing my mom made up, you know, we grew up poor. My mom tried to make stuff that was cheap, you know, because how do you feed a boy and a couple of girls growing up? But she called it goulash, which, you know, is Polish, but we're not Polish at all. So I don't even know where she got this recipe, but it's something she made all the time. Maybe she got it from my great grandmother or my grandmother. I have no idea, but it's very basic. It's elbow macaroni and hamburger, tomato sauce, and, you know, salt and pepper, and that's it. But it is so good. She'd make cornbread, and, you know, it was like a soup, a goulash soup, and it was just so good. And I make that every once in a while as well. You know, it takes me back to my childhood. I'm like, this is delicious. Makes me think of mama. See what else you got here. Fat Girl Sewing says lemon pepper chicken and rice. Oh, I think I have some lemon pepper. I haven't done that in a long time. That's another one I may have to try. I have to rewatch this video to be like, I need to look that up. I need to look up Andy's lasagna soup. And I know lemon pepper chicken is probably pretty basic, but I'll still look up something else. Yeah, Craig says Mexican bowl has to have cilantro and lime. Yep, my wife loves cilantro, and we definitely use a lot of lime. I go light on the cilantro. I'm one of the unlucky few that it doesn't taste that good to me. It doesn't necessarily taste like soap to me. You know, people say it tastes like soap, but it doesn't. It just doesn't taste that good to me. But I can handle a little bit of it. But I'm actually growing some in my garden. If people have been watching my videos, that I have my little my indoor garden. My growing up, I have a thing of cilantro growing as well, because my wife loves cilantro. So yeah, I got to take into account her needs too. Philly says, now I'm hungry again. I know, I'm getting hungry too. I just got full, but yeah, I have to get busy and get to work. That's exactly what I was talking about. Blackberry thistle tea said a beef roast was $28 at the grocery store. That's what I'm saying. They're expensive. Those cuts of beef. I bought a 2-pack at Costco a couple weeks ago, and I think it was about $20 for a 2-pack. But those weren't even very big cuts either. They were just kind of small. So yeah, they're doing a pot roast is not cheap. What's funny is back in the day, you do a pot roast because it was the bad, I'm using air quotes here, bad cut of beef because it was tough, but now it's just as expensive as anything else. Kind of like chicken wings. Back in the 80s, chicken wings were the cheapest thing you could get for chicken. Like you could get them for literally like 19 cents a pound. Now they're expensive as F. You know what I mean? Because everybody loves chicken wings. It's a thing. Buffalo wings. Everybody wants them, so they're expensive. Let me see here. By the way, I heard meat prices were up, but that's, oh yeah, talking about that pot roast. The meat prices up, but that's crazy. Pinterest has some good recipes, I bet. My wife is always looking on Pinterest. That's what she was looking on Pinterest the other day for a good ramen recipe, because I don't have a real good one. Ramen is so involved that I don't have a good one. I'm not good at it because I haven't done it a lot. I'll just go to a restaurant and eat it because it's so complicated, but I love a good ramen. She was looking at Pinterest the other day for ramen recipes. Old School Picker says their meat prices are crazy around here. Yeah, absolutely. Meat is so expensive. Fat Girl says, Sewing says, my mom loves goulash. She likes to add corn to hers. I think, oh, well, that's different. I don't know. I guess it's just what we grew up with was just, the elbow macaroni hamburger and tomato-based like soup sauce thing. She would just basically take tomato sauce and water it down, So the key with my mom's goulash is she would boil the elbow macaroni, but she wouldn't drain them completely. She would only pour the noodle broth, for lack of a better term, off to where it was to the top of the noodles, and she would use that noodle broth and add the tomato sauce, and that's what made it really rich. Made it a really rich goulash. It was really, really good. So yeah, if everyone wants to try that out, it's pretty easy to make. So it's pretty good. Somebody said that's why Rob likes eggs. He can get them for 49 cents a dozen. Yeah, and eggs, we love eggs. Every time I go to Aldi, I buy they've limited it to 2 dozen now, but I usually buy 4 dozen eggs because we eat eggs like they're going out of style. Because eggs are so versatile, I use them in a lot of things. So yeah. Like just this morning, the scramble I made had eggs in it. 4 eggs, some sausage, onions and peppers, some cheese. It was so good. Put some salsa and sour cream and jalapenos on it. Oh my gosh. Had an English muffin with it. I feel like Homer Simpson going, Glenn sold 2 puzzles this week. That's awesome, Glenn. You still have some left. Andy and I were talking earlier. I think I only have 1 or 2 left, and he is sold out. I've sold I'm just guessing, but I probably had 20 puzzles. They're pretty much gone. Yeah. So that's really nice though. I just wish I had more. Blackberry Thistle Tea said they're price gouging on eggs there, $2.29 a dozen. Yeah, I've noticed last time I went to Aldi, they were up to 99 or $1.09 a dozen. When before this started happening, they were 49, 59 cents a dozen. I've seen that starting. Supply and demand, I guess. Either that or they're just opportunistic. I mean, it's hard to prove stuff. I love eggs. Me and Rob are truly brothers. Miss you. That's awesome. Yeah, come to think of it, man, last time I went to Aldi, I should have got some potatoes, because one of my mom's specialties, like when we had family get-togethers, everybody demanded that she make this, whether it was Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, it was her potato salad. my mom was famous for a potato salad. I've tried to make her potato salad and nobody can make it like her. I don't know why. You know, she used to show me and stuff, but yeah, it was so good. But you need potatoes and eggs and onion, mayo, mustard, some seasonings. It's a good basic thing, especially if you're like a vegetarian. Potato salad is like a staple. Love that stuff. I never understood. You guys ever watch that show, like the show where the people on the boat were like, they didn't work for Greenpeace or whatever, but they would chase the whalers or whatever. You know, I don't think we should be killing whales because that's ridiculous in this modern society. But the captain of that boat was a big fat guy, but he was a vegetarian. I'm like, how in the world is that possible? Does he sit there and literally eat Twinkies all day? How do you be fat and be a vegetarian? You have to be eating candy all day or something, because you're a vegetarian, you eat candy and sugar and stuff. So I just thought it was really well. What is up, Tracy? Thank you for coming in. I need to put your you and Tommy's show from last night on when I start listing here in a little bit. You guys do marathons, so I have to put it on and let it roll. Everybody, the Tommy, Bernhard, and Tracy have a big show coming up on the 27th. They're going to have Pete, the Craigslist hunter, and Ronnie Hart on their show. So that's going to be an awesome one. So you got Tommy and Tracy and Pete, the Craigslist hunter, and Ronnie Hart on the 27th in the middle of the night. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. Everybody put that on their to watch list. So what else we have here? A fat girl sewing says eggs are usually about $2 a dozen here. That's crazy. Yeah, like I said, literally, you know, a month ago there were 59 cents a dozen at Aldi here. Andy says he's off work today. Today was the start of my every Friday off for garage sales. That's not working out so well right now. Oh gosh, we moved to this new house and it is a more rural area, so I was really anxious to see what the garage sale scene was here. So I was really looking forward to hitting the garage sales hard and heavy here, but alas, no garage sales. What can you do? Yeah, the old school picker talking about Tommy and Tracy show. That'll be an epic show. Yep. Pete and Ronnie Hart. That'll be so good. That'll be so good. Like when I was on with Tommy and Tracy last week, Pete was in the chat, and Pete's just a good down to earth dude. He's just a good dude. What can you say? Colorado, where the eggs are expensive. Yeah, must be transportation cost or something. That's weird. That is so weird. But yeah, I think this is my new high. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. That 18 concurrent views. I know before last fall when I stopped doing everything, when we were buying this house and stuff and all that other stuff happened, I was getting, 40, 45 viewers per show. And obviously for the past month or so, it's been like 5 of us, but I appreciate every one of you 5. We're up to 18 viewers right now. That is awesome. Please hit the thumbs up, and I do appreciate that. Hopefully get the gang back together. Appreciate you all being here. I think everybody's bored, right? Talking about food. I did my sold at the beginning of the video, so if you missed that, make sure you go back and watch those 20 items that sold on eBay. I pulled up the screen so you could see that. And yeah, some pretty interesting stuff. You know me, I have a hodgepodge of items. Sometimes I wish, and I don't know what you guys feel about this, but throughout my entire life, even when I was in high school, like I have never ever in life like been passionate or like I'm going to be an expert at this. I want to do this. Like I have friends from high school that one guy knew he was going to be a pilot. He was like, I want to be an airline pilot. And he is. He's flying for JetBlue right now. I have other friends. I have one of my best friends. Like I want to work in a casino. That's what he wanted to do. And that's what he does. He lives in close to Tunica, Mississippi, and he works in a casino. That's what he does. He really enjoys it. He's been doing it for about 15 years or so. Yeah, he graduated and got his degree in criminology, and he's now the eye in the sky, the surveillance guy. Holding out all you cheaters. Let me see here. See, old school picker. Pete was in chat for a long time last night. I think Krillin ran him off. Oh. Yes, Fat Girl Sewing says, I think it has something to do with transportation. So many places in Colorado out of the way. Yeah, and it has to be that, a little bit the terrain, transportation cost, it has to be. You know, us in the Midwest, when I used to live in the Midwest, that's where most of the farms are. We kind of got spoiled with, cheap pork, cheap eggs, cheap chicken, that kind of stuff. I grew up in Arkansas, and I grew up in northeast Arkansas, Jonesboro, and a lot of farms there. Obviously rice, soybeans, cotton, mosquitoes out the wazoo. I hear people complaining about mosquitoes. I'm like, you haven't seen anything. But over in northwest Arkansas, where Fayetteville is, that's where Tyson's is headquarters, Tyson Foods. And chicken. But they do everything. They do pork, beef, everything. But Tyson's shuttering one of its pork production places in Iowa, which is massive. Iowa's a big pork producer. So yeah, that was pretty big news. Let me see here. Tracy says, Pete says he lurks a lot more than we think. That's awesome. Pete, you here? Get in the chat, Pete. I doubt it. I don't even know if he's a subscriber. I have no idea. That'd be awesome if he was, though. Got 19 concurrent viewers, man. Just want to keep on going with you guys. This is awesome. Talking about food, talking about, selling, what we sold, all that kind of stuff. Old School Picker says, yes, I think a lot of the bigger channels do. I don't blame them for not speaking up. Yeah, hey, it's just like I've said all the time, I've been doing this for 20 years, but I try to learn something new every day. So I try to watch everyone, if you have knowledge to convey. I don't care if you have 10 subscribers. I'm going to watch you, that's just the way it is. So I keep on learning. That's been my mantra since the beginning. You asked Andy, I was like, you just learn something new every day. You never know it all. I have a pretty good base of knowledge in here. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like with my friends and stuff that do stuff, but like I've never in my life been like laser focused on one thing. Like I'm not a toy expert. I'm not a, video game expert, but I know a lot about a lot of stuff. Talking about jack of all trades, everything from pottery and glassware to electronics, video games, toys, motorcycles, cars, heavy equipment. I like a little bit of it all. Like I've been in the market looking on Facebook Marketplace, especially in this environment. I've been looking for a mini excavator because the land we bought is almost 4 acres and it is chock full of trees. It actually has too much trees. So I want to buy a used mini excavator. And because I could just cut the trees down with my chainsaw and cut them up and use them for firewood and stuff, but that leaves the roots in the ground, and eventually that'll make holes when the root actually will stay there or be in the way, or rot, and it'll cause divots. But if you buy an excavator, you can rip that tree out, roots and all, and kind of level out the ground there. What's up, Kent? Thank you for popping in, brother. So I've been looking for a used mini excavator with I can find one really reasonable with just a bucket, but I want one with you got to have, if you're going to do trees, you got to have one with a hydraulic thumb so you can grab the trees and literally rip them out of the ground. Of course, once they're out of the ground, I'll pile them up and cut them up, chainsaw, and use them for firewood and stuff. So, yeah. Blackberry thistle tea meat packing plants are a little scary right now. Yeah. Well, luckily we just, we don't do bats or pangolins or any exotic stuff, luckily. So, yeah. Kent says, thank God it's Friday. Absolutely. eBay is still on fire. Yesterday I didn't do anything. It's kind of weird. It had been on fire for me like the past 2 weeks, and yesterday, one puzzle. So I hope for today is better. It's 11:53 on the East Coast, and this afternoon I'm going to list about at least 20 things, I think. I thought about for a little while limiting myself to 10, but as I got to looking at my stuff, my unlisted inventory, I'm like, man, I got enough for several months. So I think I'm going to do 20 items today. What's up, Tommy Bernhard? What's up, brother? We're just talking about your big show coming up on the 27th with Pete and Ronnie. That's going to be awesome. Hope everyone stays up late so you watch that. And I will definitely catch the replay because if you know me, I do not stay up late. So, Harry Humstone says toys are good. That's me, but I don't sell a whore. Yeah. Yeah, me too. A couple pickers said, send me a spark, Kent. Slow start this AM. Yeah, nothing so far this morning for me either. Nothing at all. I did my usual routine this morning where I lowered all my prices on my stuff, sent out offers to watchers. I do that every day. You know, if you watch my video, I lower my prices every day, send out offers, you know, doing everything you can. And the only other thing is to list stuff, and that's this afternoon. I'm going to list stuff, and hopefully that'll kickstart eBay right in their teeth. eBay's crooked, jagged teeth. I want to kick them right in it. Let me see here. Fat Girl Sewing. I watch lots of different people too. Hate to stay in one little clique of people. Miss out on knowing too many great people. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I try to do the old shotgun approach and watch a little bit of everything. Yeah. Kent says, I am a meat packer. There you go. Somebody's got to do it, right? Tommy, hey Andy, all the ceiling fans replaced. What Tommy's talking about is Andy posted a picture, I think it was on Instagram. His wife had him take down all the fan blades on his ceiling fans to clean them, like actually take them off. Not get up there and clean them, take the blades off. So Tommy's keep making fun of him. That's probably, we all should probably do that, but I just literally get up there on my ladder and clean the ceiling fan blades. Kent sold a lot of sports items, probably the draft. Yeah, I did sell that Miami Dolphins coat a couple of days ago, which I thought was weird, especially since I went to Minnesota. But people are all over the place, you know. What can you do? Tracy said yesterday was her best day in a while. See, it just goes to show, you just never can tell. Oh, it is an early show. Tommy said the 27th at 9 p.m. Eastern. So maybe I will tune in for that one, at least catch an hour or two of it. I get in the chat. That's good. That's good. That's good. With such big dogs, you got, well, I know Pete's Central Time and Ronnie's out here. He's in Massachusetts, so he's East Coast too. Oh, gosh. Tracy said Andy is the perfect husband. I'd throw my hat in the running for that, you know, but yeah, Andy's a very good dude. Andy says, raining here today. I got to get my shipping done and out the door here real quick. All right, Andy, appreciate you coming in. It was pouring this morning here. It rained in the afternoon yesterday, and it was pouring this morning. My dogs hated it. I have to literally tell my dogs, like, go do your business. You know, I have to force them to go pee because I know they have to, but they don't like getting their pretty little paws wet. 26th. Sorry, Tommy. I don't know. Did I get the date wrong? I thought it was the 27th. Sorry. That's my bad. Okay, well, that's it, everybody. Please, like I said, if you didn't catch the 20 items, I did that at the first part of the video. Please go back and watch that. And that was a lot of fun today. We had up to almost, I don't think we ever hit 20 viewers. We're at 19 right now, but that was awesome. It looks like it's picking up steam. Maybe it was the time I do it. I did a little bit later than I usually do. But hope you guys enjoyed it. And thanks, Andy, Tommy, Blackberry Thistle Tea, Tracy, all you other guys, Kent, Glenn, Harry. There's a bunch of people in here that do appreciate it. Money from Mars. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time. So thanks, everyone. Bye.